who date aro-ace people are not victims of their aro-ace identities. You can be the victim of other things, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, it comes down to communication. If someone communicates to you that they're aro-ace and they feel attraction in XYZ ways, and you're not cool with that, you don't have to date them. Nobody's forcing you. Everyone wants their needs met. And the easiest way to do that in a relationship is to communicate what those needs are. Not everyone's compatible, and if dating someone aro-ace isn't your thing, don't do it. But you are not a victim of someone else's aro-ace identity. You could be a victim of miscommunication and an unhealthy relationship dynamic, but that person being aro-ace is not some kind of giant manipulation if they're being upfront about who they are. And not coming out to your partner or partners as aro-ace isn't manipulative. Holding back that information until you're ready, if you're ready, is not a manipulation, but being able to communicate your needs and being able to have those conversations with your partner is super important. Anyway, bottom line is, aro-ace people aren't inherently manipulative just for existing and engaging in relationships or sex. And people who are in relationships with aro-ace people aren't inherently victims of their existence. There are other issues at play, if that's what you believe. Most of the time, that is miscommunication, like I said, but there can be tons of other issues. How someone else experiences attraction isn't a personal attack on your character.
You know you're on my mind, and when the seasons change.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart?
Obviously, it's the strawberry one, but there's...
That's such a basic fucking bitch answer.
All right, you want a real answer, Joey?
Yes.
The 2002 tie-in merch Pop-Tarts that came out for the Spider-Man movie. Look it up. Those are my favorite Pop-Tarts, Joe.
I think of her so much it drives me crazy. I just don't want her to leave me, don't you?
I don't like women. I don't like women like that. I don't like women like that. I don't like women like that. I don't. I'm a straight woman. I'm an ally.
Part of me is still waiting for Margaret to come back.
What? Still? She's not coming back, dude. She's gone.
Look, I know, all right? I know. It's just, I mean...
What was your gay awakening? This one's perhaps a little bit confusing, but probably Brock from Pokemon.
Both Beck and Jade from Victorious.
Vanessa from Phineas and Ferb. When she came in the all black suit, I was sitting with my family. It made me feel something.
Xena, warrior princess. As a very young person, I was so young I don't even remember how young I was, and I always thought I wanted to be her, and then as I developed a little bit more with more color in my brain, I understood no, I want to be with her.
Avatar, Zuko, and Azula. Both of them at the same time. And I was like, can I do that? You can.
I don't know. I guess I'm not woke. Okay, fine. You win with your gay stuff. That's what you want, right? To win.
Queer youth are 5 times more likely to die by suicide. Means you lived 5 times harder than you should have had to still have a body when you graduated high school. Means hate worked 5 times harder to make your spirit its wishbone. Means when your mother asked what was wrong, you were 5 times more likely to believe you'd lose her if you spoke the truth. Means you were told 5 times more often you'd go to hell when you died. Means burning for eternity seemed 5 times more doable than another day in the school lunchroom. Means you were 5 times more inclined to triple padlock your diary. Means you were 5 times more likely to stop writing your story down. Means I write my heart out now. I graffiti billboards with the page of my diary the bullies start the rumors with. I tie the page to the end of the kite string and run a crooked line to the straightest mile of the Bible Belt. That page is a protest sign. That page is a bandana washing the tear gas out of my lover's eyes. Queer youth are 5 times more likely to die by suicide. Means I sneak into fascist sleepovers and Sharpie my pronouns onto the faces of senators who voted to criminalize my kisses when I was 19. I cut the hate out of my mail and papier-mâché Christmas ornaments for queer couples whose parents do not want to know their grandchildren. I hack high school curriculums and delete every test that does not ask what the P in Marsha P. Johnson stands for. I walk through graveyards with a chisel correcting the names of trans kids whose families said no when asked, can you just let me live? I pace the suburbs with spray paint editing the welcome mats of homophobes until they all speak the truth that they personally burned the roof over the heads of queer youth are 5 times more likely to die by suicide means. There were days I thirst for my own silence, but walk through the desert screaming instead because I, like most of my queer friends, don't have a child. I have millions, from Nebraska to Chechnya to the Baptist church where I grew up. My pride in them is a parade I know won't keep all of them alive, but I keep cutting my diary into confetti to throw at their hopes when they float by scared or furious or laughing or in love and desperate for the headline to say queer youth are 5 times more likely to offer to walk their younger siblings home from school, to notice the different accents of sparrows, to find an eyelash and spend 20 minutes trying to pick what wish to wish for, 5 times more likely to never outgrow blanket forts, to know there was a word for the scent in the air after it rains, to see lifelines look like telephone wires and call a friend who's having a bad day, 5 times more likely to adore the last man who walked on the moon just because he wrote his daughter's initials there, to know there is no universe in which they would not be proud of their own children. Queer youth are 5 times more likely to see you, how you dream of seeing yourself, to write something in your yearbook that will get you through the next decade, to spot a stranger crying and ask if there's anything they can do to help, 5 times more likely to need us to do the same.
Gives me fucking mental illness. Foaming at the mouth like I put a fucking mental in it. Get your ass off Twitter cause it gives you fucking mental illness.
I'm pretty sure my sexuality is, in theory, anyone. In practice, no one.
Instead of the coconuts, the trunks and the leaves, the island gives us what we need. That's right, we stay. We're safe and we're well provided. And when we look into the future, there you are.
The reason why mocking religion is not comparable to homophobia is because believing in a religion is a choice. It may not seem like it because there's a threat of eternal damnation for abandoning the belief system, but yes, it is a choice. Ideals and beliefs do not automatically deserve respect, and they should be criticized as they are actively harming people. Like the White Hood Gang, for example. Like, they believe what they believe, but should we respect them because they believe it? No. If beliefs are harmful, they are open for criticism. Homosexuality is not a choice, nor does it harm anybody. I hold homophobia and racism to the same degree, because just as your race is something that you were born with that you did not get to choose, so is your sexuality. Looking at the bigger picture of these things is very important. And one of the sayings I hate the most, which is hate the sinner, hate the sin, is still homophobic, because that sin is a vital part of somebody's identity that is being demonized. It's like saying hate the black but not the person. Like, you're still racist. So yes, if your religion holds bigoted beliefs and is telling people that if they don't believe in it and follow its rules that they deserve eternal hell, it's going to be criticized. It's going to be mocked. Especially when the religion claims that it's all about love, but I have unfortunately seen more hate and judgment projected out of the Christian community than I have any other community.
Did you hear about that cop who crashed his car into a bar and then arrested the bar's owner? In St. Louis, a cop smashed his SUV into LGBTQ bar PM. The cop claimed he had to swerve out of the way of a dog. But then later he said that he had to swerve his car out of the way of a car. Well, during the investigation, the couple who owned the bar got pretty upset. And then the cops put one of the owners in handcuffs after what they claimed was an altercation. And then suddenly, and without warning, the cops beat up the other co-owner and charged him with resisting arrest. Now, look, I know tensions are going to be very high. I know this story is very dramatic, but I just want everyone to remember, if you crashed your car into a police station, well, they'd obviously be super cool about it, and they would end up getting in trouble. That's just how these things work.
Now it's Luke's turn. You're going to wait for a long time.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind?
Said dating rules are always so funny to me because what do you mean you can't be friends with the opposite?
A few days ago, it was a year since me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, so I thought I'd make a post on Instagram about it. So I posted a photo of her sat in a box that I have, which I think is really funny. And as the caption, I wrote happy breakup anniversary to my bitch ex-wife. And then I said I should have sealed this box shut and shipped her off. Now I think that was really funny because we're like best friends still. Like I still talk to her almost every day. And now I have 2 girlfriends who are both super chill with my friendship with her. I just don't think this situation has ever occurred within cis-het people.
Okay, got it. Still sucks.
I thought it was great.
Have you been standing there the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I had no idea you were there.